Hello and welcome to another episode of the Dirty Money Diaries, the podcast where we delve into the world of law enforcement strategies and efforts to combat criminal activities. I'm your host, Naomi Thompson, a retired detective with over 30 years of law enforcement experience. And today we will unravel the types of assets subject to forfeiture and the intricate process involved. Criminal organizations often thrive on their financial operations, using illicit gains to fund their operations and expand their reach. Recognizing this, law enforcement agencies have honed in on their financial vulnerabilities, and one of the most potent weapons in their arsenal is asset forfeiture. This strategy involves seizing the ill-gotten gains of criminals, including cash, properties, vehicles, and more, effectively disrupting their operations and redirecting those resources toward lawful purposes. Let's start by breaking down the various types of assets that can fall under the scope of asset forfeiture. Firstly, there is cash and financial assets. Criminal activities often generate substantial sums of cash. Asset forfeiture laws allow authorities to target cash proceeds from illegal activities, as well as bank accounts, stocks, bonds, and other financial instruments linked to criminal actions. Imagine a criminal organization's financial foundation crumbling as their funds are seized and diverted from their control. Secondly, there's real estate and properties, vehicles, and other tangible assets that are acquired or used in furtherance of criminal activity are fair game for asset forfeiture. Imagine a lavish mansion bought with drug money being seized and repurposed to benefit society, a symbol of justice prevailing over criminality. Thirdly, luxury items and valuables. High-end jewelry, artwork, watches, and luxury electronics that criminals acquire using their ill-gotten gains can be confiscated under asset forfeiture laws. These items, once symbols of criminal opulence, can be transformed into resources that support law enforcement efforts or help victims of crime. Fourthly, proceeds from drug trafficking. In drug-related cases, authorities target assets derived from the sale or distribution of illicit substances. This includes not only the visible assets, but also hidden stashes of drug money tucked away in secret compartments or offshore accounts. And finally, there's instruments of crime assets directly used to commit crimes, such as weapons, drug manufacturing equipment, and smuggling vehicles, can also be seized. This not only disrupts ongoing criminal activities, but also sends a clear message that law enforcement is determined to dismantle criminal networks from the ground up. Now that we have a clearer picture of the types of assets subject to forfeiture, let's explore the step-by-step process involved. First, investigation and probable cause. It all begins with an investigation by law enforcement agencies. They gather evidence to establish probable cause that the assets are tied to criminal activities. This vital step ensures that asset forfeiture is carried out within a legal framework, protecting individuals' rights while targeting criminal resources. Secondly, seizure. Once legal authorization is obtained, authorities move in to seize the identified assets. This can happen during arrests, executed search warrants, or as a result of ongoing investigations. It's a pivotal moment that marks the beginning of disrupting criminal networks. Thirdly, notice and opportunity to contest. Importantly, asset owners and interested parties are notified about the intention to forfeit the seized assets. This notification provides them with an opportunity to contest the seizure through legal proceedings. It's a crucial safeguard to ensure transparency and due process. Fourthly, legal proceedings. The forfeiture case advances through the legal system, where both sides present their arguments and evidence. The government must demonstrate the connection between the assets and criminal activity, while the asset owner has a chance to present their side of the story. This courtroom battle determines the fate of the seized assets. And lastly, court decision and disposition. If the court rules in favor of the government, a forfeiture order is issued, officially transferring ownership of the assets to law enforcement. The assets are then disposed of through various means, such as sale, auction, or repurposing, contributing to law enforcement efforts or assisting victims of crime. As we conclude this episode, it's clear that asset forfeiture is a formidable strategy in the fight against criminal networks. By targeting their financial foundation, law enforcement agencies disrupt their operations and channel resources toward the greater good. Understanding the types of assets subject to forfeiture and the intricate process involved is crucial to appreciating the significance and effectiveness of this approach. However, it's also important to guard against seizing property from innocent owners. Asset forfeiture laws should be carefully crafted to ensure that only assets that are clearly connected to criminal activity are subject to seizure. Innocent owners should have a fair opportunity to challenge the seizure of their property. Be sure to stay tuned for our upcoming episodes in the Asset Forfeiture series. In the episodes to come, we will further explore the intricate legal nuances, share real-life examples that shed light on the strategy's impact, and examine the broader implications for society. Together, we're on a journey to uncover the strategies and efforts that play a vital role in creating a safer and more secure society for everyone. We extend our deepest gratitude for embarking on this enlightening expedition through the realms of asset forfeiture. Our hope is that this episode has stirred your curiosity and ignited thoughtful reflections. We eagerly invite you to join the conversation by sharing your questions and comments in the section below. Your engagement fuels the dialogue, and we're committed to addressing each query to the best of our ability. If you found this episode to be a valuable resource, we encourage you to spread the knowledge by sharing it with your circle of friends and family. Additionally, don't forget to show your support by liking this podcast and subscribing for more thought-provoking content. Your involvement truly makes a difference. Once again, a resounding thank you for tuning in. Stay curious, stay informed, and stay tuned for more eye-opening episodes of the Dirty Money Diaries. Acknowledgement. I would like to acknowledge the use of artificial intelligence, AI, and voice synthesis technology in the creation of this podcast episode. The dialogue and voices you hear throughout the episode were generated with the assistance of AI. While AI contributes to the production process, it is important to note that the expertise and guidance of human professionals were involved in shaping the final content and ensuring its accuracy. We strive to provide engaging and informative discussions on topics related to justice and law enforcement. We believe that AI can be a valuable tool for creating educational content, but we also believe that it is important to be transparent about the role of AI in our production process.